Bonjour, hola, hello guys, Shadaventes here. Today, it's been a while. It's been about a little over a year since I last posted, which is a little bit weird since the last time I posted, I was like, oh, I'm back, baby, and whatnot. As you can see, I don't have a mask anymore. That's because I decided not to wear one anymore. But anyway, so a lot has happened. As you can see, I'm now in college for CAU, which is Clark Atlanta University. September 16th marks 1 month of me being here for my first year. And I just wanted to go over some questions. Like, there are some frequently asked questions that you would like typically ask on a tour or whatnot. So yeah, let's get into it. Number one, why did I choose this school? Well, if I'm going to be completely blank and completely honest, it was one of my 3 schools I was accepted into, and what's it called? I just for my first school, it was going to be Temple. Other than that, it would be Fisk and then Clark. But Temple's expensive. You can ask anybody that went to Temple or look up any Temple students on YouTube. Temple's expensive. So then it left Fisk and Clark, which were about the same price. And I really didn't want to stay home. I wanted to try something new. But it's also like my parents, they decided to, convince me. They convinced me to stay home in a way, just to make sure that I have all of my stuff in order, like mental wise, physical wise. Because lo and behold, I would have never known that all my pains that I've been having over the years, like back pain, headaches, they would just exacerbate over the month that I've been here, which is probably because it's been a big change and whatnot. But apart from that, it's a lot. So my headaches get really bad, and it was just exhausting. So yeah, so I decided to go to Clark, which I'm very glad I did, which leads on to the next question. Am I happy here? I would like to say that I'm happy. Where Clark is known for their school of business, even though I'm not really a business major. I'm interested in the business aspects of it, but I'm not a business major. I'm not taking any business classes. So really, my major, I probably should mention this at the beginning, is dual degree engineering, with my CAU major being biology, where my engineering major is biomedical engineering. So that's what I'm going to school for, really, is to get my engineering degree and then go to a second institution where I could get a biomedical engineering degree, because Clark is not really, they don't really have the equipment for it to be a engineering school. So Georgia Tech is what I'm really aiming for right now, where they're known for their engineering classes, and I have a vast majority of students are taking engineering as their major. So I would like to say that I'm happy, because within the dual degree program, it's like I said, it's only been a month. I've been a part of so many workshops and mentorships that I can only imagine it's because I'm either in engineering or specifically the dual degree engineering program. But I will say, with every school, if we're being completely honest, has some downsides, regardless of how perfect they seem online or over paper, whatever you see the school. So, which leads on to my next question. What's my number one complaint of the school? Guys, if you've seen Clark Atlanta on the news, you would know about the flood that happened here, or probably heard from word of mouth, where it was raining heavily, and Clark is not, it doesn't have the best drainage system. So if you could look anywhere, just look up CAU flood, and you see cars being swept away. You see cars having to be broken into because people are trapped inside the cars. You'll see dorms being completely flooded while someone's leg is stuck because the fridge is in front of the door because the water freaking moved it. So yeah, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. And then there's other instances of this year, but yeah, we're just gonna sweep over that. We're just gonna sweep over that. So moving on to the next question: how accessible are administrators, registrars, and financial aid officers? They are fairly easy to get in contact with. If you go on CAU's website and then scroll all the way down, you'll see a bunch of like little menus there. In the bottom right corner, you're going to click directory, and then you could just search up the office. You can search up a teacher. You can search up a certain department. You can search up whatever you want when it comes to Clark, and it'll tell you where they are. And then after that, if you like don't specifically know where the buildings are, like let's just say, oh, this building's in 1004 T. Cole. So that's where our innovation lab is. So then if you don't know where that is, then you could just simply put in Google or map or like Apple Maps or whatever, like T. Cole, or CAUT Cole, and then it'll send you directions on how to get there. And then once you get there, like the main question that like I see people asking, and one question that I had myself was, do I call in advance or do I just walk up over there? Since now that it's been a month, things have died down, and we just like, you could just walk up there. You don't have to like call in advance, say, hey, I need help with this. Because chances are, especially in the first weeks, they're not going to answer. Because one time I tried to call, they were on hold for about an hour at least, an hour and a half at least. And so I just walked up there. And thankfully that I live close by, to where I live close enough to where I could just drive up there. And so, yeah, basically just bug them. That's what I'm saying. Simply put, just walk up there, and they don't mind. It's like, they really don't mind. They're really nice. So I say just walk up there and just explain your problem or explain why you're up there and whatnot. What are the most popular majors? I wouldn't exactly give you an answer. My answer is what I've heard most from people in my class and whatnot. So we have number 1, business or business administration. Number 2, this is in no particular order. I'm just saying top 4. Number 2 is fashion or mass media arts, either one of those. Number 3, computer science, and number 4 is engineering in any aspect. So they have, one of my friends are doing electrical engineering, I believe, and like I said, you have the whole dual degree engineering program, which is like, I don't know, 30 of us or something, at least. But it's over the whole AUC. So if it's Clark, then it's like just the top 3, or not top 3, top 30. I don't know why I said top 30, but it's just like about 30 people in the class. So yeah. Do your professors hold office hours, and are they willing to stay after class? Yes, they are. They are willing to stay after class. So usually I would assume like they don't have back-to-back classes. Like for me, I have like a scheduling conflict where it would be held outside of class. And so the classes would be back to back to back. If you're adding a class, CAS is the group that's going to help you get into your classes and whatnot, help you with like financial aid verification, enrollment, and whatnot. So CAS will tell you like, hey, if you add this class, it's going to be a scheduling conflict. Is that okay? So then you say, So then if it is going to be a scheduling conflict, then most likely they're just going to move it to next semester, unless it's like a class. Like for me, pre-calculus, I can't take it another semester because then I'll be a year behind in my dual degree program. But yeah, to answer that question, basically it's like you can go up there, because like today I'm about to, like, at my last class I have computer science or programming principles, as they call it here. Basically I have programming principles and I have a test that's coming up Wednesday. So I'm going to stay there for a little bit and just get clarification on it. Now, the next question is, are you able to take most of your first choice classes? Now, for your first semester here at Clark, if you're a freshman, I believe transfer students as well, but I know if you're a freshman and it's your first semester here at Clark, then you're not going to pick your schedule. You only pick your major when you apply. And you could change your major later, but you really don't pick your classes. CAS picks that for you, I believe. So basically you're just working around what they think is best for you. And for those who are considering like, oh, how many credits are you getting? Like everybody, like a good portion of people know that like typical for like a general student, it's like 14, 15, 16, whereas for me, dual degree, it's more so 17, 18 credits, in which that is a lot, but it's also like the way that dual degree is set up, the goal is to be out of here within, on average, you finish your time at Clark in about 3 years. And then you move on to a secondary institution where they're more focused on engineering for about 2 years. That's the average. It could be less time, it could be more time, but yeah, it just goes along with it. So yeah, from this next section is going to be more career-based. So the first question of this career-based question list is, how do you get internships, or do they offer internships? If so, how do you get them? So basically, for my experience, they're just gonna they're gonna spam you with emails, or not spam. They're going to send you a few emails, in which, like, based on your degree or your major. So like for me, if I'm in dual degree engineering, or just biomedical engineering, then like lately, like last week, I had internships, or not internships, I had workshops, I had mentorship programs, and you could just, it's completely free. So like, especially at Clark, they made it very clear that they only accept companies that will give you paid internships. So you're never going to have like a just completely unpaid internship. They're not going to do anything where you just like, oh, go on a coffee run or anything like that. But like, you're actually working in the program. I haven't delved into having an internship yet. That's for me to do during the summer. But yeah, I need to come in contact with my mentor, because I had to leave early to take a quiz. So that's the thing about college. You're going to have to pick and choose what you're doing and when you're doing it. Get your time management up. Do I have a mentor is the next question. Technically, yes, I do. I've picked a mentor. I have not come in contact with them yet. After our first meeting, I really need to do that. I plan on doing that today, as a matter of fact. So yes, technically I do have a mentor, and he's pretty cool. Are there opportunities to build leadership skills or leadership opportunities here at Clark? Yes, there are. Like, they'll give you so many clubs to do, so many mentorships, like peer-based leadership, like peer-based mentorship programs, where it's like, for me, lately, while I've been at Clark, I've been into 3D printing, and the professor there offered us, like, the more we delve into this, the more interested we are in this, it will be peer-based leadership, so we could teach other students how to use the 3D printers, how to make designs and whatnot. Do employers recruit students on campus? So we have a bunch of companies that come over. Like just Friday, we had a career fair where it's like over 100 companies that came. And so basically, like we had plenty of workshops to do, like resume building. We had mock interviews like the days before that. So yeah, we have plenty of companies that come, and depending like on the career fair, like you have an interview, they could hire you on the spot. You never know. So like just take every opportunity as you can to get like, for if you're a freshman and it's your first semester, I would not discourage you from doing that, but like focus on your grades more than the job, because once you get the job and then you don't get good grades, because it's dependent on whether you get good grades, because you're as a student, so you're a student first. So yeah, just don't. I wouldn't suggest it, but yeah, you get the point. You get the point. All right, so there you have it. Those are all the questions that I have for when it comes to the basics, when it comes to academics, when it comes to career base. The next video I have that I have planning right now is what campus life is like. So yeah, just look out for that. Hopefully I get it out within a timely manner. So you're not waiting for like a year like the last one. So yeah, do your best. Everything's gonna be all right. Typical random stuff. So yeah, peace out.